1992. For almost 3 decades, the lives of these two very different men have been inextricably linked, their paths converging in joy. How much longer they're going to be going toe-to-toe.
Will contest in future years. Both are getting on a little bit now.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 1.
I say that because Ronnie hasn't made a set, had to withdraw for illness. Nothing COVID related, but
14.
Cushions are definitely slow, and that's not a bad. Well played. Has a great chance to take this opening frame.
Is to be aggressive and positive. This is on its way to being
39.
Mr. Black into
46.
this right corner.
Beautifully smooth half-century break.
53.
Can he get himself over the line in this?
And any colour required. A perfect start from Mark Williams' point
60.
of view.
Excellently done by the 3-time world champion. That one had a
67.
little. O'Sullivan has conceded on this run to the semi-finals. Although remember, of course, walkover
53.
in the quarters against Ali Carter. Mark Williams giving the balls a bit of a thrash.
Mark Williams 73.
On has his right, just to get a feel for the table.
Yes, because these conditioned table setup is now set brand new cloth on bed and cushions. Well, I think you can say Mark Williams is enjoying himself, but that could be a feel of the reaction of the ball on the cloth.
1.
Maybe it was a rather injudicious thing for Mark Williams to do, I feel.
Well, if you remember, Dominic, I think you
8.
were working on and Ronnie, I think, did the same, either in the first or second frame. He came to the table with an exchange of snookers and safety,
15.
even though it was well over the line. Give the Reds a big lash.
I do from a point of view that he left here and cueing the ball beautifully just to see.
26.
For instance, there.
30. 35.
But the first blood goes.
He leads 1-0 and another slow break off the bottom cushion.
Interviews, maybe that he's not practicing as much. Maybe he doesn't think he can play as well as somebody like Ronnie O'Sullivan these days. But believe me, he knows he can. Another. No, it didn't appear to have gone far enough.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 13.
It's a little unfortunate. Ah, they were. Now as Mark finished on a colour, I'll tell you something.
1.
Could still extend his lead.
1.
Ronnie O'Sullivan needs to try to do to Mark what he just needs. Say what it will go. And Ronnie's on.
and the potential of the final? Or do you think it would have interrupted his rhythm and it would have been better
20.
for him?
Only sort of best of 7, best of 9, and Ronnie's the fittest player here in the semi-finals.
27. $34.
Took a bit of a risk there. The mistake here could be costly, but that
42.
was beautifully. When you have a new cloth on the table bed,
50.
Parity
58.
is restored. What third member of this triumvirate of excellence from 1992?
65.
And the early signs are Warriors are poised.
70. $81.
well, we had a fantastic start to the other semi-finals today. Rates of 100 by Jordan Brown.
90. 93.
Had a century of 123 in his first round demolition of Robbie Williams, and he had another
90.
week.
Absolutely incredible. The only professional player to make over.
Well, they've both got their eye in. PC lives within walking distance of the...
What? No.
I think he feels himself.
About his demeanour around the table. He was alert.
Just finished a little awkward there,
24.
Ronnie. And now it's a lot easier for Ronnie to get onto the black. If
30.
Ronnie O'Sullivan has a great respect for Mark Williams' achievements within the sport.
38. $46.
Who would have thought then that they would go on to amass 50? Quite some record
54.
between the two of them. Williams last potted a ball.
And Ronnie really does know. He's judging these positional shots absolutely perfectly. Terrific century of 102.
66. $72.
Well, Mark Williams got out the blocks brilliantly, break building opportunity. But he
Doing over the last 48 hours in between these two matches. Mark Williams had his sausages, his eggs,
the chips,
and his tomato sauce.
Yeah.
Yes, well, I've been out with Ronnie a few times over the years. I think his success is in sort of what, 4 or 5 years? I know he got into boxing a little bit. I think the running is of pivotal importance for him. He's running well.
At peace with himself when he goes out for these early morning runs at sort of 6 a.m.
One.
could just see the pink spot.
8.
To the pack of reds. Will play for the loose one. He's just played for the remaining loose red there at the bottom of the cluster. Oh, he's controlled that very
15.
nicely.
Got the cue ball on the end of a piece of string at the moment.
Did it with that amount of pace, that was incredible.
29.
People occasionally.
Decided not to. He had a natural angle to play for this one into the right centre. Wow, there's this cue ball going to finish. It won't be enough. Powered the brown in. Just couldn't get around the angles. I don't see any plants anywhere. I think
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 54.
big mistake from Ronnie. Yeah, it's just so difficult when your opponent's putting you under this much pressure. That type of pot just becomes harder and harder to knock in. That was the initial red that I suggested. And good pot. Now that's much better from Mark. Needs this cue ball to slow up though, and it's not.
1.
No, he's running in behind it. Oh, well played. And this time he is on the colour. A lot of work to do here to get back into this fourth frame before the mid-session interval.
Now, bearing in mind how dominant Mark Williams, even though we're only in the fourth frame.
This red, as you can see, it's a power it in. I don't think this is going to finish
11.
too well for Mark. Oh, well played. No. Now has he left the red?
One.
That little break of 17 from Mark Williams looked like it had just begun to get him back into the...
Problem is though, Ronnie O'Sullivan has a lead of 34 points, so 35 remains. Well, so just tapping the red towards the blue. I think in the end that's probably the right thing to do. Is it well? Oh, where's the red going? This red needs to stop. Oh, he's all right. See, he did try to double the red, but you can see he's left everything on here, and that will be 3-1.
1.
Only because, but he won't be coming back to the top. Well, after a very,
7.
very positive start to the match, with the next, Mark
10.
Williams has been, and he would love an eye with John Higgins.
Might not be in the arena, but you can almost hear them in living rooms across the country shouting, "Come on, Mark." Let's see if he is on for a comeback as we rejoin Dominic Dale and Rob Walker.
Not just in Wales, all across Britain, and there'll be plenty watching across Europe as well, and that is exactly...
Certainly is. Question. I was asking myself, do any of the reds next to the black pot without any difficulty? Oh, the red. I have to say it's a little bit unfortunate for Mark that he wasn't on the blue. As soon as he wasn't on that blue, it was always... Williams very cleverly removed a couple of reds that
90.
were just above that little trio. Choice of reds to the left corner. So he's developed the black. I don't think he's nearest the black spot. So when he does pot the black, it might be
25.
tied up. Just overrun that slightly. Cued across it.
31.
Back straight into another red.
Foul.
Wow, what did he foul there? The red or the black?
Ronnie O'Sullivan 31. Mark Williams 7.
It makes his achievements all the more impressive, doesn't
One.
it?
According to the rules, they must answer that query. And reds are awfully positioned.
Mark Williams 4.
The best safety.
One.
That was brilliantly done by me.
When he had left, he'd have missed the red. Now is this black in? Ooh, mistake from Ronnie. It's amazing what these intervals do. They really do ruin matches sometimes.
They've made short work of the remaining required frames. Mark Williams needs to get another one on the board quite soon.
Oh, the double kiss has. Oh, that's a very.
Mark Williams 8.
Cleverly hiding the red in bulk. That risks knocking in the ball that's over the pocket, in this case the brown.
We didn't promise it would all be blockbusting. Who's going to be the first to flinch in this fascinating exchange?
Wow, what a shot from Ronnie that was. Careful.
Minutes in this match.
Well, Mark just left a little space there between the red and the blue. Bulk. Cleverly pushed the blue safe as well. Don't know. Yeah, he tried to. Longest frame of the match.
And the way the brown is blocking that pocket. But what's so in
Brown afterwards. Well, in goes the red. And if he's on the brown, well, he'll be
One.
delighted. Oh, this has worked out well for Ronnie. Cue ball's in bulk, yes, but
6.
a good thing for... Oh, this is looking pretty good. But even so...
23.
And now Key. Possible opportunity to reduce his
30.
deficit to 1. As won his 4th frame in session interval. He's now
cushion, which makes the safety shot off the left-hand edge of the pack very risky, and that's why Marcus...
1.
Oh, he could. Well played. That was a really good shot from Mark.
1.
And he hasn't...
7.
and the first one after the mid-session.
Got a good chance here.
Eight.
Over the last 20 or 30 years.
11.
And here he is, 28. It's an amazing record, which could just
18.
keep on getting better.
And I don't need to wear glasses yet, but neither does Ronnie. I think...
25.
previous... Oh, he's overscrewed this. He's ended up on the bulk cushion. I don't think I've ever seen Ronnie
32.
overscrew a ball like that before. Ronnie O'Sullivan's pot success is at 92%. Mark Williams is down. Gone in.
8.
So just 10 points behind.
15.
1994. Mark Williams beat Ronnie in the semi-finals. It was the last 16 match in 2012.
Yes, Mark's
One.
mistake wasn't really with the red that's in bulk. Ronnie won't be on it here, but he can play very, very good safety. But you can see, even playing the shot left-handed,
Ronnie One. Nine.
So just the brown. Going for the double. This to leave Mark Williams needing snookers.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 12.
So close.
Four.
Williams. In memory of the late, great Doug Mountjoy.
1.
But Ronnie O'Sullivan has just been too good tonight. And unfortunately, and you just can't afford to do that against
7.
And Ronnie O'Sullivan has won every set. Red, not feel. And he's played his final shot.
22.
In here, develop a few more. You'll feel he's guaranteed to be on. Look anonymous for Mark Williams, Rob.
Played his last part in this semi-final. His first in the Welsh Open for 6 years. 3. But he hasn't got near
38.
the tape. Very high standards, and he'll be disappointed with that. From Ronnie O'Sullivan. One thing is for certain. Every
46.
Welsh Open final in which Ronnie O'Sullivan, and then for his 4th title 5 years ago, he came from 4-2 down against Neil Robertson. And then tomorrow.
But Jordan Brown has more snooker himself.
58.
When Jordan Brown alluded 5 years ago, he was working in a petrol station.
66.
His form, and the 33-year-old Northern Irishman is
One.
that he will be competing in the Players' Championship next week in Milton Keynes. He's hanging on by his fingertips
8.
in this match. A little bit of Celtic character here.
His task here will be to pot 2 of the remaining 3 reds.
15.
He's guaranteed, you'd think, to be able to. Oh, needs his cue ball to
23.
run. Ah, that's a problem for. No, he has left the snooker. It's not a bad one. I don't think it will trouble Ronnie O'Sullivan.
And that will be that.
Sullivan won.
There's the elbow.